Hello, I'm Taylour Tedder, City Manager for Boulder City, and welcome to the latest episode of TEDderTalks, a once-a-month look at people and issues impacting Boulder City. He has been honored with countless awards for his work, and his impact is seen throughout the community. He has kept Boulder City's courts state-of-the-art and up-to-date. Named Municipal Court Judge for Boulder City in 1984, he added Justice of the Peace for Boulder Township to his duties in 1993, serving in both capacities. After 4 decades on the bench, the Honorable Judge Victor Miller will retire in January 2025. Joining me today is Judge Miller. Thank you for your time and the honor.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Can you tell me a little bit about the court system changes that you've seen over the past 40 years?
One of the things is we threw away the IBM Selectric typewriters and the ledger books. So as you can imagine, there's been a lot of changes, electronically. So we've kept up with case management systems and more recently video arraignments and video connections with the jail. We don't have to transport people from the jail to the courthouse anymore. So those are just things I think you would think if you look back 40 years. Cell phones, computers, things that we're connected now throughout the entire state electronically. So but the actual court has changed in that when I started, we were in City Hall. The court room was in City Hall. It was downstairs, and it was in what was my 3rd grade classroom. When City Hall was a school. City staff got tired of people marching through in handcuffs and chains, and we would have a chain gang come in on a Tuesday morning, 15, 20 people, and it was. Then we'd take them from the courtroom up to the clerk's office to process them. So we have prisoners wandering, and so we worked real hard to find a location for the court outside of that. Court was small. It was Tuesday morning for a couple of hours, and now it's, as the laws have changed, as the community has grown, as Las Vegas Valley has grown, we've become a lot busier, a lot more things that we have to do. So we found the current location. It was a book warehouse, and then we remodeled it into a courthouse with a courtroom.
Book warehouse.
A book warehouse for the New Life Church. That's where they had their books. And the city purchased it and then turned it into a courthouse. And the physical location has changed, but probably more significant is the laws have changed a lot in those past 40 years. Probably rightly so, to protect rights of individuals in the community. At some point, the United States Supreme Court said that anybody who's arrested needs to have a judge review the arrest and see if there was probable cause for the arrest within 48 hours. So we started doing that. And then more recently, the Nevada Supreme Court said that that hearing, first appearance needs to be adversarial. So we have to have somebody prosecuting the case and someone defending the individuals, and to determine their custody status, their ability to post bail. Are we punishing people because they don't have money? When typically if somebody had bail, they had money, they could just post and get out. And then people don't have money, you just have to sit in jail, and that's not fair under our system of you're innocent until proven guilty. And so the courts now have to weigh factors to determine their ability to pay, but also at the same time to protect the community. Another thing that's changed, talking about time like that, is the United States Supreme Court said that if somebody is arrested for driving while intoxicated and the police want to test their blood alcohol, if the person does not voluntarily do it, now they said, no, you can find a judge in this day of electronics within 2 hours. So I do those hearings, or search warrant hearings, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and usually that's like 2 a.m. that the police are over at my house.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Dedication, though. Breaking the Cycle Recovery Court has helped dozens of people escape addiction and go on to lead productive lives. Why has it been so successful?
Well, first off, it's a successful program nationally. But we're more successful than the national because I think there's a lot of factors that has to do with Boulder City. The program is supported by the community. It's supported by the city. It's supported by elected officials. It's supported by our Sunrise Rotary. So the people that come in there know that the entire community is pulling behind them, that they can benefit by the program and they can get better. And then the other thing that we have is we have a smaller court. So we have, never more than 24 people in there, so we can give them individual attention. They and I can have a discussion, and we can have a discussion with the court team with them and help them. But even the bigger courts have a success around 60%, 50 to 60%. But ours is up in the 90% range. So yeah, we do well in Boulder with this program, and it helps the community, helps the individuals, helps their families.
What accomplishment are you most proud to share?
Well, there's a lot of things. One is the establishment of the drug court is something I'm very proud of what we've been able to do with that, and how it's been a benefit to Boulder City. But I received the Bill Andrews Award, and I look at the other people. I know Bill Andrews and the things that he did for the community, and the other people that have received that award. I'm glad to be numbered amongst them, and so I'm proud of that. I was named the judges. There's a judges association in Nevada, and I was named Judge of the Year. I was proud of that. Then I was elected as president of that organization. The way we've been able to keep the court updated with electronics and with the law and our procedures, I'm just proud of what it is.
And we've seen there's a few people running for Justice of the Peace. Mm-hmm. And what will you do next?
Well, I don't know. I haven't thought too much about that.
It's kind of a loaded question.
It is because I got another 10 months and I'm just concentrating on that. But I think one of the things that I want to do is I want to go on a vacation where I'm not connected electronically. As it is now, I've got to plan: is there cell service? Is there Wi-Fi? Because I've got to be able to respond to warrant requests, probable cause hearings, and just questions that come in about the court. So other than that, I'm going to be, I hope, the Supreme Court appoints me senior judge, and so then I can fill in around the state in different courts that need a judge. Although one of the judges that actually we use is a senior judge, and he said, well, when you're senior judge, you're not the judge. You walk in, it's like someone else is letting you drive their car. I'm on the Supreme Court's legislative committee, and they've asked me to continue as a voting member on that committee. They asked me to serve with the State Executive Council for judges, and I'm also working with the Justice Community for Clark County Committee. I'm a voting member on that as well. So,
what will you miss most in your retirement?
Well, I think mostly this wonderful family that I have at the courthouse, my staff.
Yeah.
That, and I'll miss coming in and interacting too with the attorneys and defendants. And I've always thought, my job is more to solve problems than, as an attorney. Attorneys create problems, and I, as a judge, I try to solve problems, and so it'll be kind of, I'll miss that.
Well, thank you, Judge Miller. We really appreciate your dedication to Boulder City.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Be sure to check out TEDderTalks once a month at bcnv.org/Tedder. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next month for the next TEDderTalks.